Coordinate geometry. Under this topic, we look at the length of a straight line or distance, of course, between 2 points. Then you can look at the midpoint of a straight line. Midpoint of a straight line. You can look at the gradient equation of a straight line. Okay, in this video, we'll look at the length and the midpoint. The length of a straight line between 2 points is found by using the formula which is gotten from Pythagoras theorem. So the length or distance is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus plus y2 minus y1 squared. This is the formula for finding the length of a straight line between 2 points. So the length is the same as finding the distance. So distance is equal to that. We deal with x and y because this topic is to do with algebra and geometry. So we deal with the Cartesian plane, the coordinates on a Cartesian plane. That's why we have x, y, x1, x2, y1, y2. So we find that we have points, and when you connect those points, you get a straight line. So now if you're trying to calculate the length of that straight line, this is the formula that we use. For example, if we have a Cartesian plane like this, and then I have a point here with another point here. When I join these points, I have that straight line. So this point has coordinates where we have x, comma, y. Even here we have x, comma, y. So we use these coordinates to find the distance between, this is point A and this is point B, between point A and point B. So we make one of these points to be point 2, the other one can be point 1. So that we have, this is point x1, and this is y1. Then this will be x2, this one, y2. So we just get these numbers, substitute in the formula, and then we find the length. So example, find the length of the line AB if A is, so we are finding AB if A is 9,3 and B is 3,13. Okay, so we have those 2 points. When you connect them, you have a straight line. Now, finding the length of that. So we use this formula. So in place of this, you can even say AB, since we're finding that line. So AB equals square root of x2 minus x1 brackets squared plus y2 minus y1 in brackets, then squared like that. So you can make any of these to be your point 1. It doesn't matter. As long as if I make this one to be my x2, then this one should be my y2. Then the other one can be x1 and y1. If I made this one to be point 2, I was going to have x2, y2, x1, y1. So the next thing is simply to substitute. So square root, where there is x2, I'll put 9. Then minus x1, which is 3. This should be squared, plus y2 is 3, minus y1 is 13, squared. Square root, 9 minus 3 is 6, that is squared, plus 3 minus 13 is negative 10. Negative 10. And I have to square that one. Next, 6 squared is 36, because that's 6 times 6. Then here, 10 is 100. So we have square root of 136. So if you have a calculator, you can find the square root of 136, or you can simply end here. Midpoint is the halfway of a given line. So if we're dealing with a Cartesian plane, and I have a point So here I need to connect these and like that. So from here to here we need to have the midpoint, and then from here to here we need to have a point. So this one will give us the midpoint of this line, because this is here. I draw the horizontal, this one is a vertical line. I draw a vertical line passing through the midpoint, and then a horizontal line passing through that line where they are meeting. Need to give me the midpoint of that line. Now if I have coordinates, again we can use these coordinates to find or to calculate the midpoint of the straight line. So the formula for that is midpoint equals x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2. So this formula will give me the coordinates of a midpoint. Okay, for example, find the coordinates of the midpoint of negative 3, 4 and negative 9, 4. So if you plot these points, you connect them, you come up with a straight line. Okay, let's see if we have a Cartesian plane like that. So I have a 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So negative 9 is there. Negative 7, 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will give me a point which will be negative 3 is here, positive 4 is there, so this point is going to be somewhere there. Then this one, negative 9, 4, 9, 4. So this one will be somewhere here. When we connect these points, we'll get a straight line. So now we want the midpoint, meaning we need a point between, on the middle of this line, between the 2 points. It has to be on the middle. Okay, so using the formula, we have midpoint equals x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2. We substitute. So if this is our x, if this is our point 1, we'll have negative 3. So let's say this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Negative 3 plus negative 9 over 2, comma 4 plus 4 over 2. So y1, y2. This will give us, we'll have negative 3, positive times negative there, we'll have negative 9 over 2. Then 8 over 2. So negative 3 minus 9 will give us negative 12 divided by 2, comma, there we have 4. So the coordinates, the coordinates of the midpoint are 2 into negative 12 is negative 6. So the midpoint, the coordinates for the midpoint are negative 6, comma 4. Negative 6, comma 4.